my gosh, Suike. I think you did that before I even pinged. Oh my goodness. Hi, Salty. Hi, Nubs. How are you guys doing today? Okay. Let me attempt. What should I play? Let me change my category to just chatting. Cause I don't think I'm playing the gacha game right now. I want to watch the world games, the game from like 2 nights ago. Hi, Biggs. Thank you so much for resubbing for 25. Hello, Mian. Nights to deep you. Would you like to see what I packed? They really like. Wait, what? Put it in media? What do you mean pack? How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? Hi, Wiki. Subway is the West awoogaboogaloggo, but it ain't gacha. I know. It's great awoogaboogaloggo. A card? Oh, like you pulled a really fire. Yes. Please show me the fire card that you pulled. I want to watch the League of Legends World games from a few days ago. What is the channel? I hope the card has feet. Oh my god. He's back. Yeah, I heard last night's game was like really, really good. But I haven't looked at the game previous. I haven't finished watching the series before this. So I'm trying to do that. Here, yesterday. I heard AL versus T1 was really good, so let's watch this one together. While I yappmaxx or something. Okay, Jackin, bye bye. It's in media. Let me see. How are you guys doing today, by the way? Are you doing okay? You pulled the Stunfisk? Oh, wait, this is such a cute card. I'm so jealous. I am actually so jealous of you. That is a beautiful Stunfisk card. That is an amazing Stunfisk card. Holy shit. Holy. Hey, Mel. What tea? I don't really got them. Actually, I do have tea. I do have tea. But it's other people's tea, as always. Been out on a date all day? Oh, really? Did you go get nail supplies? No, but like, yes. So, I have a wait, actually, let me show you. I actually did my own nails today. Not with my own supplies, but my mom's friend is like a very good nail tech. So she helped me. She like taught me how to do this. And I was using her stuff. So, okay, this is gonna be a bit scuffed looking. But don't worry, okay? Hi. I did really simple nails. I did very simple nails. Oh my god, it's so bad. The lighting's really bad, guys. I don't have lights in my room, but I did like a French tip with chrome. That's it. It's not too bad, I think. You know? So I did like a long French tip with chrome. How the fuck do I show this without it looking like crap? It looks a lot better on like bright lights, but yeah, it doesn't look like much. Yeah, hands look so tan because there's no lighting. I'm pretty pale, unfortunately. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's hard to see because I have like no lights in my fucking room. But yeah, I think they're pretty good. I messed up on some of it. Like, yeah, this one got fucked up, my thumb, because I didn't cure it enough on one side, so it's a bit wonky over here. But we didn't talk about that. So I'm gonna go next week, I think, to get nail supplies with her, and then I can start doing like basic shit. But I think I did pretty good. Hi, Wendell. Are you getting better at typing? These are shorter than the ones I had before. Yeah, that's the thing about these nails. Okay, she just told me to do chrome and I'm like, word. And like I can see my own fucking reflection in my nails. It's actually so shiny. One day you'll grow up here and make said statement. I'm scared, Nubs. That statement could be anything, you know? Like you terrify me. But yeah. Anyways, I'm really happy. Like these are like they're not perfect, but like they'll last me like at least like a few weeks, right? So nice. You really like ombre French tips? I really like gradients in general, but I want to do like art. I want to do like art stuff. You know what I mean? It's pretty tame, you think? Tame for you is freaky for me. I'm not gonna lie. And don't make me repeat my what is it? Mm. My freak statement. Make him do your nails. You're so tired, girl. You need some rest. Anyways, I do have tea. Mm-mm. Bro, okay, not this is not everyone, but like I don't know why, but all the stories I'm hearing, like there are a lot of like crappy people in the world, like crappy guys. Like she helped me do my nails, my mom's friend. I didn't realize this, but she like did I tell you guys that like okay, we had a housewarming party. She came with like her husband and her kid, and then I let the kid play on my Nintendo Switch. Did I tell you guys about that? He was like, and then he was like, he said like skibbity Sigma boy, I'm gonna punch my mom and all of that within like 5 minutes of talking to him. Did I tell you guys that? Bro, it's a 5-year-old kid. A 5-year-old kid. Oh, I did tell you guys. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say. Whoa. Okay. So remember that day I got drunk. Had a little housewarming party with some friends of my mom, and one of them was like a couple, and their kid is like 5 years old, and it's like a little boy. That was yesterday. Was that yesterday? I thought. Oh no, yesterday was a different like group of people coming in to do a housewarming party. The day before, I think, is when they came by. But anyways, they came by, and we we know it was Tuesday. Yeah, this is Tuesday. So yeah, this it was like a little kid, and um, my mom's friend. I'm gonna call her Susie, and then my mom's friend's husband. I'm gonna call him like Sam. Yeah, so Sam brought like this fucking like scotch or whiskey or some shit. I've never had it before. It's really heavy. Um, Wait, no, that was yesterday. Sorry. I think Sam brought in fruit wine. Yeah, it was like fruit wine. Sorry, my brain's not working. Anyways, so I only drank a little bit because it's a Tuesday and I had worked the next day. So I was like, oh, I kind of want to go in. Like I'm tired. Like I'm about to pass out, and I only drank a little bit. And so I was like at this point I was like done sitting at like the adults table and like talking about stuff because they kind of freak you when they drunk. So I just like, yo, I'm tired. I want to go in my room. So I was put in babysitting duty for the little kid. He was just like being a menace, like running around and doing backflips and with his like bubble gun or whatever. Mel said you were chatting mad shit about your nail tech. I don't talk shit. What the fuck? Hi Rose. Hi Mel. But yeah, so okay, I bring him to my room and I'm like, and he sees my setup. He's like, whoa, this is a lot of video games, and I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna give you something to play. Do you want to play on the Switch or do you want to play on the computer? He's like, I want to play the Switch. He pointed at the Switch, so I gave him Pokemon to play, and I was like, I don't really use my Switch that much, so I booted up the Switch and I gave him Pokemon, and it got into my account, and he had no clue what the fuck to do with my account, and he's a 5-year-old, and apparently they don't know how to read yet, so I made a guest account for him to play Pokemon on. He starts Pokemon, and the premise in the beginning of Pokemon Violet is you're like a kid trying to go to fucking Pokemon school, right? Show me my nails. I have really bad lighting. I can show you my nails. Mm-mm. Let me see. I don't know if I can do better lighting without it being dangerous. I did like, I did French tip with Chrome. I did something really simple. Bro, this shit's like a mirror. I'm not gonna lie. So, French tip with Chrome. That's all I did. Why is this so dark? Yeah, it's dark because I don't have other lights in my room. I just have one lamp. So, now I know. I got taught how to do it like step by step by Susie. So she let me borrow her stuff to do it. So, she just taught me how to do like the French and like what steps to do. And I just did it. Some of it's wonky, but it's fine. I'm going to get some supplies next week and maybe try again. But yeah, I don't really use my Switch that much. Ouch. Compared to my computer, Suike, you know me, I play it. I'm almost done with Unicorn Overlord. It's been a while, but I'm almost done with that game. It's been a bit. It took me a while to play it, but very good game. Anyways, so I gave him the Switch, and he just like didn't know. Okay, he sat down and he's on the phone, and I'm like explaining to him like, you want to go to school, and he's like, no I don't, and I'm like, yes you do, your character wants to go to school. He's like, okay, what do I have to do? And then beginning of the game you have to talk to your mom, and I'm like, okay, you need to go downstairs and talk to your mom. And he's like, I don't want to talk to my mom. And then he like meets the principal, and he's like, I want to punch this guy's face. And I'm like, no, you do not punch adult people's face. Anyways, within like 5 minutes he said like skibbity, um, skibbity, and like, I want to punch my mom, and like, like other Gen Alpha stuff within like the first five. He started singing Sigma Boy within like 5 minutes of just like sitting down with the Switch because he was mad bored because he had to keep pressing A through the dialogue. He did not do 6-7. He did not do 6-7. Yeah. Should have put him on. I don't have Fortnite on my computer. Anyways, I gave him Pokemon. I was like, shit. This guy is like mad. Like, he only calmed down when he had like a Switch in front of him, and I was like, damn, I understand iPad parents now. Because that kid was like doing like 3 million backflips and rolling on the floor and like doing all the gymnastic stuff. And I live on an upper floor, so he was like thumping on the floors. I felt so bad for my neighbors, so I was like, okay, Gotta calm him down. And yeah, I understand. I understand fucking iPad kids now. Like, I get it. I fucking get it. What the fuck is Sigma Boy? You don't know Sigma Boy? Man, these youngins these days, they're not caught up. It's like a Russian song or something like that. Yeah, it's like a Russian song. But yeah, that happened with that kid. Anyway, Susie, they were like, so apparently, like, Susie is a sweetheart, by the way. Like, she offered to do my own my nails for me, and I'm like, no, I kind of want to like know how to do it myself, because I was asking her like, what should I buy and all that stuff. So she let me practice on my own nails. Um, she is like, so plot twist. She and her husband aren't actually wife and husband. They're not married, like, at all. And I'm like, wait, that makes no sense. Because she has a big ass diamond ring on her hand. So I'm like, what do you mean you're not? What? She's like, yeah. I'm like, we never officially got married. Like, she just has like a diamond ring for show, basically. But they're not like, on paper, they are not married. You know what I mean? Hi, Andre. Hi, I don't speak your language. Came by to wish you a good day. Good luck. See you later. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you have a good day as well. How's touching grass? I hate it. I'm so tired. I was about to fall asleep, but I was like, I need to stream today because I said I would stream today. But I got home like only like 2 hours ago. I'm so heckin' like I'm so I'm about to be knocked out, guys. I'm not. It's not gonna be a long stream, unfortunately. But I'm just like, I've been driving around all day. I'm so tired. Anyways, so what was I saying? Yeah. Anyways, they're not officially married on paper, but they just like live together and they have a kid. So not a husband, but like baby daddy type beat. But the thing is, they I think they had their kid through VF, right? So like they like having a kid through VF in that screams married to. That's what I was saying. Like, she had a ring, she had everything, she had a kid, all that stuff. Anyways, so she was like, yeah, had this little 5-year-old through VF, which makes sense because Susie is my mom's age around, and I'm like, being in your 50s and having like a 5-year-old kid, like, that must have been hard. But no, she just did VF, and that makes sense. Don't force yourself to stream. I want to force myself to stream, but trust me, I won't force myself if I'm like absolutely exhausted. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll make sure to. I have to touch grass tomorrow too, because there's a lot of people that want to do like housewarming, congratulate me from breaking free of my chains. So I'm going out to eat tomorrow and all that stuff. But hopefully, I'll get back in time to to stream tomorrow as well. I hope. But yeah, guess what? What? Hey, what was I saying? So okay. Oh yeah. So basically, they're not actually married, and she had a little kid. I'm gonna call him Charlie. Had the little kid, 5-year-old Charlie, through VF, right? So while she's doing like while we're doing our nails together, she's like spilling the fucking tea, cause I was gonna do it with her. Like, we were gonna like do that tomorrow, like morning, um, because like she didn't have her nail stuff to give me to try, because she had to drive to her place, and then she had to like go take the stuff back. But yeah, so she picked it up today, and we were gonna do it tomorrow. But she was like calling, and she was like, "Yo, you want me to do your nails today, or like help you do your nails today?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I drove back home really quick suddenly, and I'm like, "What's with the change in plans? Like, this is cool, like, but I feel really bad because it was like evening by the time she wanted to do nails." And now she's like, so she came in and she looked so sad, and I was like, shit, something happened. And she don't have her kid with her, she don't have Charlie, so I'm like, something happened. So we're sitting sitting inside and doing nails, and she's just spilling the tea, and I'm like, shit, I learned so much about you. So apparently she's like, what is it, Sam is a really bad husband. Like, horrible husband. You were Reese for Halloween? I've seen so many Reese cosplays. It's very good. Yeah, Sam is a horrible husband. So, like, remember, I drank with him and Susie on Tuesday, and they were like vibes. He brought the expensive alky, and I was like, shit, I love expensive alky, so I drink it. So and he was like, yeah, if you ever need help with like this, and this, because he does like a trade, I can help you, you know. And I was like, damn, you mad nice and cool and all that stuff, right? And I'm like, yes, of course. But then like Susie comes in today and was like, yo, yeah, by the way, my husband's like a fucking asshole. And I'm like, whoa, what do you mean he's an asshole? Jazzy, hi. I'm spilling tea right now. I'm spilling tea right now. So, yeah, so what's going I was spilling tea. I was spilling tea about my mom's friend Susie and her husband Sam with her kid Charlie. So, she's just yapping. She's like, "Yeah, I don't think my husband loves me. Like, we're not actually married, right?" And her husband does like real estate stuff. So he flips houses, right? So he has like probably a few houses on all that. And she was like, "Yeah, like by the way, like none of those houses, like all of those houses are only in his name. Like I am nowhere in there, type beat." And I'm like, "Damn, word." And like even the RV, he has like 100, like this RV was like $100,000. He's like, yeah, and that's not hers. Like she got her name in nothing basically, right? So she lives in his house, which obviously he pays, but literally every single other thing he he pays for literally nothing, right? So they're both working. He does like real estate stuff or whatever, and she's a nail tech, and she pays for food, she pays for her own car, she pays for their kid, and she pays for like all of this stuff, right? You know everything except the house. She pays for literally everything except the house to keep the household running. And yeah, it's pretty sad. Glad he's helping out. Well, I mean, he's not technically paying anything because that house is his, right? So he doesn't he's every piece of money he earns, he's not spend he it's his he doesn't spend it on the family. Oh, you meant little bro? Oh, okay, yeah. It's good to put him to work. Yeah. So Sam, like, obviously he's like turbo earning money, but like Susie has to pay so much money to keep her family afloat. And like this little 5-year-old kid, he's a troublemaker, but he's a pretty cute kid. And Charlie's like, they had him through VF. So Susie is like, yeah, I don't think he loves me or our kid together. And I'm like, okay, it's one thing to not love Susie, and it's also another thing to not love the kid you guys agree to have together in your later years. So she pays for his. So Charlie goes to private school, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. How much is it for? Apparently, it's like $2,000 per month for his private school. Like $2,000 a month for private school. And I'm like, wow, are you? And she was like, yeah. And before, like, I didn't want to put him in private school, knowing that and all that stuff. I was just thinking of putting him in public, like normal people. And go to private school and his brain rotted, bro. It's all kids, It's contagious. Yeah, so Charlie goes to private school, and apparently, like, Susie didn't really, like, intend to do that, but behind her back, Sam, like, did all the signups for private school, without talking it through with Susie, and signed Charlie up for private school from the very beginning because, Sam is, like, mad racist, and he wanted to put Charlie in a private school with, like, majority white people. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. And obviously, like, private school is one of those things that, like, yes, America is very, like, income, social economically split. You know what I mean? So, put his kid, anyways, racist as fuck, put the kid in private school to have mostly white people as peer. Okay, that's the TLDR. And, like, Susie was like, okay, whatever. That is terrible. Yeah, the more I listen to her talk, the more, like, Sam is, like, just such an asshole. But there's more. There's more. As a nail tech, she's paying 2,000. Yeah, she's paying 2,000 a month for the kid's school. She pays for food. She pays for gas. She pays everything except for house, like quote unquote rent and utilities, right? As a nail tech. And, like, by the way, she's a super, like, senior nail tech. Like, she gets hella clients, but she's a mom to a 5-year-old kid. She has to wake up. She has to give him breakfast. She has to drive him to school, right? And then when the kid comes back, she takes care of the kid. She can't go to work. Like, she used to make bank, but she can't do it anymore because she has this kid that, like, she is basically the sole caretaker of. No, she doesn't pay utilities, but she pays everything else. But she's, like, the sole caretaker of this, like, little kid, right? And she can't work as so, like, nail techs. Apparently, like, she used to fucking, like, grind. She would work on Saturdays too, and she liked more flexible hours because people like coming in after 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. to do their nails because after work, right? But she literally can't do those hours anymore because the kid comes home and she needs to take care of the kid. Mm-hmm. Food, her own car, clothes, yeah. Food for the family, car, her own car gas, her own stuff, yeah. There's no support from the husband. There's more. Wait, there's more. So, obviously, she's not making as much money and she's paying, like, a fuck ton of money to take care of their kid. Solo, basically. And she's like, I wouldn't really mind. And this is, like, so crazy to me, but this is what she said. She's like, I wouldn't mind if he, like, did some enrichment or, like, relationship activities with the kid. But he just, like, drives off to hang out with his friends or drives to different states to do his real estate stuff or whatever the hell all the time. And when he's back, he's like, he only hangs out with his friends. He doesn't really, do family stuff and all that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Happy late Halloween, yo. One is a woman. She's venting to me and my mom. But yeah. So she does all that. There's more. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And my mom's like, bro, just leave that fucker. This men ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, my mom is, like, very, like, you an independent woman. You don't need no man. Like, you make bank. You have your own career, and all that stuff or whatever the hell. But she just anyways. She has her own wealth, right? It's not that she doesn't have wealth, but it's like none of her husband's wealth, like, they don't share any of their wealth together, and her husband is significantly more wealthy than her. So she is like, she felt trapped because she was like she could never leave him before because she felt so alone, and she felt that, like, if she left him, one, the kid would be in trouble, and two, she wouldn't be able to afford everything by herself, right? So she felt pretty trapped. Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, is their house big or small? It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's a pretty nice house, yeah. So anyways, mm-mm. Yeah, he pays for the house and utilities, and she pays for everything else. Yeah. Which honestly, he's not actually paying anything besides utilities, I think, and household upkeep, I'm assuming. I don't know. I went to their backyard and they had an RV and they had a fucking tractor back there, and I'm like a little, like, mini tractor, like the, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I need this to, like, do some yard work, and I'm like, a word. He's very into that stuff. Anyways, um, they don't. I don't know. She was like, yeah, I don't think he loves me, and we're not actually married, and I wouldn't mind everything happening right now if he just like also like showed any care to our child, but he doesn't. Like he doesn't spend time with our child. He doesn't do anything with his school. And like Charlie fucking loves his dad. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, so anyways, and Charlie loves his dad, by the way. Like when I dropped by their place, like Charlie was like next to his dad the entire time. Like Charlie fucking loves his dad. Yeah, but like, Sam doesn't really take care of Charlie. So, yeah. Um and also, so like the kid, like I don't know, the kid was very obviously more into his dad than mom, which like fine. But she just like feels so sad and alone because she's the one taking care of the kid. But obviously kids don't really like, I don't know. I'm assuming she's like, the mom and the dad is like the fun person. But she was like, she gave birth to the kid by herself, and she was doing all of, like the chores, cooking, cleaning, while pregnant, like heavily pregnant. She had like no help around the house apparently, and she was like, she gave birth to the kid by herself and drove the baby home by herself when he was born. And she thinks it's because the kid was conceived via VF. And she's like, for some reason, I think that's the reason why Sam doesn't love this kid, because it's not like quote unquote like natural and real, like a natural birth or something. I don't know if like I feel like it's true, bro. I feel like it's true, bro. She seems fucking miserable, and he's a very fun loving guy. Yeah. But anyways, so but the kid does love his dad and all that stuff. But yeah, so she's just like super sad and depressed, and I'm like, damn, okay, you tell him, queen, whatever it is, leave him or something. Like I didn't know what to say because she's like twice my age, and I'm like, I don't really want to like be the catalyst for anything because the kid seems happy enough, and obviously divorce and all that stuff. It's like it's a heavy topic for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's like some weird things because I'm like, how do they agree to have VF? Right? Because like VF is like it's a two-sided thing. Like you got to get the egg and the sperm. You know what I mean? At the doctors. And you got to put them together at the doctors together, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, they're not married, but they have a kid together, and she's like the sole caretaker of the kid, basically. And I guess like he's not a very involved dad. I don't know. They're not married, but they're like married. Like they call each other wife and husband, but on paper they aren't married. So I think like I think like this type of relationship is very like he has all of the, like if he decided to like kick her out and the kid out, I don't think they have any way of, like she I don't know if she could get monetary compensation to help with now house alongside kid school alongside food and stuff. Yeah, quote unquote divorce, as in like leaving each other. You know what I mean? Like when I say divorce, I mean like leaving each other. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Cause I'm like, okay, I feel like you wouldn't care as much if you didn't pay $2,000 a fucking month for the kids' private school. But obviously, she's in there because it's private school. Who's getting custody? I don't know. A kid gets fucked up. Yeah, a kid is like, the kid is, he seems happy. I'll say that. Like, he loves his dad. He listens well to his mom. I will give him that. He kept like when he was like over here, he like mentioned punching his mom, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? What do you mean you want to punch your mom? Don't punch your mom. You're not allowed to punch your mom. Don't actually punch your mom. Please don't punch your mom. But he kept saying he would punch his mom, even though stuff. And I'm like, where is he hearing this shit from? Is this like Fortnite or is this like other things? You know what I mean? So, what? Yes, I'm not even joking. Because remember, in Pokemon, you start as a kid in his mom's house, and you have to go downstairs, and you have to go to school, and you have to talk to your mom before you go to school. And he was like, I want to punch that. I want to punch my mom. And I'm like, no, man, like, don't punch your mom. What the hell are you talking about? And like, it was, and then he would, like, I would, like, kind of get it being kind of not, like, maybe a joke, but he also said it when he put the game down. He said it again when he put the Pokemon game down. So I'm just like, holy shit. No, yeah. But like, okay, and then, he behaves in front of his parents, by the way. He goes, if his mom says something, he listens. If his dad says something, he listens. So I don't know. It was such a red flag to me. I'm not going to lie. But I was like, no, you don't punch adults. And he's like, why? Why can't I punch adults? Right? And I'm like, because they are wait, what did I say? I say because they're adults, right? And your parents take care of you. For example, you don't punch your parents when they're taking care of you and they're doing good to you, right? And he just like, I don't know, he said some dumb shit, but he's saying that in front of you for attention. I don't know, man. Kids are, I'm not a parent. I used to be a kid, but I was not like that when I was 5. It's a kid thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, kids are dumb and they're like ruthless. And so I was like, I just like hope it's not like, it's like a red flag, but I don't think it's something that I act upon. You know what I mean? Because I think kids are dumb and they're just like violent for like no reason or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but he seems good enough. He seemed fine. He wasn't like, he listens. He listens. He's a, besides Skibbity Yacht, I want to punch my mom, Figma, Sigma boy stuff. He was a good kid. Decently decent. He listened to me and all that stuff. Like, I would ask him, like, hey, do you want a drink? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what drink do you want? And he's like, I would like some water, please. Like, he was pretty polite otherwise. So, I don't know. But yeah. Hi, Kuma. And when okay, the thing is, like, she's complaining to me about how, she's like, she feels that she should have her name in some of the properties that he's like doing. But I'm like, okay, wait. Look, Suiki, I'm not saying you're like wrong. But like, obviously I'm like a girl's girl, so I want to like be supportive to her if she feels like she is being abused, right? And obviously, I feel like the only one losing if they leave each other is her. So, whatever. But, anyways, I want to say that, like, she mentioned wanting to be having her name in the properties that he owns and all this stuff because he's like, because she feels that that's right to her because, apparently that's what husband and wives are supposed to do. Like, they're supposed to own these things together, but she's like, she doesn't own anything. Basically, she doesn't even own their car. She doesn't own anything, so she's like, I feel like he has like all of this power over me type of energy, right? And I'm like, okay, but like low key kind of makes sense because they're not officially married, but they have like a kid together. It's weird. It's weird. You know what I mean? It's weird. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think, yeah. So like I feel like the only issue here that she brings up that's like a real issue is not taking care of their kid together. I feel like, if I feel like she wants to up her own wealth, right? Like she also wants to be, but she's not able to because she's a nail tech and she pays for the private school and everything else. But she feels that he is the only one getting like up in the world in this time. You know what I mean? No, I'm not like I met him too. He was like really generous guy. He's a very generous guy. He bought like really expensive alky and like brought here and he offered to help me with stuff and I'm like, wow, that's really nice. Thank you so much. But she's like, she's like he only like takes care of his friends and not his own like wife and son. You know what I mean? That type of statement. I don't think I'm not like okay. The thing about like the dad is that like Sam is like not a yapper. Susie is yappmaxxing, but Sam is not a yapper. So I don't know. But I heard it from her. So she feels like her feelings are that she doesn't feel loved, and she feels like this kid that I guess they supposedly should have agreed to have together via VF, because he was conceived via VF. Like that is the reason why he's not loved by his dad or something. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So dad signed up the kid to pay for racist school and there's a mom. Yeah, that's the other thing. Remember, the dad was the one that signed the kid up for private school because he's racist and he wants to be in a school that's majority white people. But the mom, who probably didn't have a say in it because he just did all the papers by himself, is the one paying for the private school. So she could be really upset because of fight expectations having more in their relationship. I like your hand. I would trust your hand to make me fried chicken. Yeah, he's racist as hell. Apparently, I don't know. Haven't haven't seen him talk to people of that wasn't, you know. Yeah. Hi, Severe. I would love some fried. I love fried chicken. But yeah, so I feel that, like, obviously, if it's true that she feels that love isn't there for what should be, at least for the kid, like, they gotta work together and make sure the kid grows up good. You know what I mean? That's like the one thing that I'm like 100% sure of is if the kid is not having as much time with his dad as he should, then something's wrong, right? And if it's true that he like imposes all of these things on his kid and isn't a part of parenting, that's an issue. For this stuff regarding like money and titles and property ownership, that stuff is such an airball because they're not married. And he's a real estate guy. Like, he's gonna have property because he's a real estate guy. But I get her feelings because she's like, we're basically husband and wife, but only his wealth is going up and her wealth isn't. So, and I'm like, I get that. I feel like if they're supposed to be supporting each other, they're not separated, right? They are quote unquote married, but not married, but like they're married. He should be helping the household's money go up. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. She feels like because she has to pay for this $2,000 private school and doesn't really have help with the kid. She feels that like, well, this guy is paying literally nothing technically, like, he's only up money, is what it is. So that's what I'm thinking. But if it's all true, I feel so bad. She looked so sad. She looked horribly sad. And I'm like a very giddy person. I like try to make her happy and all, like people like laugh and stuff. I'm really good at making old people laugh. I'm good with like 50, 60 year olds. I'm like good with the boomers. She was not laughing. I tried, yo. She was not laughing. I mean, when I say describe to the kid, yeah, so I think I need more information, right? So I could mention something about like, hey, by the way, like Charlie like goes to private school. Like, what school he go to? And then he's like, if he's like, oh yeah, he goes to this private school, and then he mentions something racist, then I'm like, well, shit, there's my answer there. But if it's like yeah, he goes to private school because like I really want him to do well and succeed in this like something like that, then that's a bit I don't got anything. But if I find him being racist, well, shit. One, I don't really want to talk to racist people because that is just like fucked, obviously, and I don't surround myself with people that are fundamentally anti-human. You know what I mean? Of any kind. I don't. You know what I mean? And two, I don't. I would more so support Susie leaving him. So, yeah. I thought we confirmed. I did not confirm that he was racist. She says that he put Charlie in private school because he's racist and didn't want to put the kid in public school. Which, if the racism allegations are true, makes 100 million% chance that he would put the kid in private school because that's just how it is. Like, private schools don't, because of social economic factors. You know what I mean? You would put yourself in an awkward look because I'm a youngin', I'm a kid in their eyes. I just sit there while they yap to each other and they pretend they think like I don't say stuff, which is true. I'm a very neutral party because at the end of the day, I don't actually like fucking say anything that I'm not one to advise people on how to throw their lives upside down. That's just not what I do. But I'm there to listen. I'm like, I want them to like. I listen. I feel like a therapist. I'm like, yeah, wow, that must feel so bad for you, or like, wow, wow, you must feel so conflicted right now about your decision. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So, public schools aren't great in a lot of places. I mean, I went to public school. It was okay. I don't think I turned out bad. I think yeah, okay. Yo, you're supposed to say I turned out good. Like you're supposed to say my public school is probably good. All public schools aren't okay. I mean, nowadays, yeah, I would see that being the case. Yeah. I think I turned out pretty decent. Just saying. I'm glad I was not born like I feel like if I was born at like 2+ years later, I would be fucked. Like I think that's like Gen Alpha, right? I don't know when Gen Alpha starts, but I feel like if I was born like just like 2 years later, I would be fucked. Like in a bad way. I would like not. I would be like rotted to the core. I think I turned out okay. Okay, look, VTubers. It's not that being a VTuber is because of mental illness, okay, I think it's like there's a lot of tea that comes with VTubers. Yeah, I feel like okay, I think it'd be different if I was like VTubing and I was like fucking like meowing for money. You know what I mean? I feel like there'd be a difference if I was like, not to say that meowing for money is bad, but I feel like it's like different if I was like, if I was doing it purely for money. You know what I mean? Because I don't. I'm canceling that because I don't feel like doing it. I'm canceling that one, Suike. You don't win these exchanges with me, okay? I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna meow for 5 subs. I'm not. Because I don't want you to gift me subs. You know me. I don't actually want you to gift me shit. How do I cancel this shit? Paris in the rain. Yeah, I'm so boomer, guys. Like, I'm just not very good at this stuff. NGL. Reject. Yeah. But yeah, I'm saying that like there's a difference for people that like I feel like I'm just like a fundamentally different people like person compared to like a lot of VTubers. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm just here to yap and have people listen to me rather than, hey, if you give me 5 subs, I will do a backflip. You know what I mean? And I think like it's fine. It's just like I feel like I'm in between the illness and the not illness. You know what I mean? I hope I don't get taken out of context because, like, I'm not saying that one is bad or one is different or one is mentally ill, but I'm just saying VTubing is not. I'm not. It's. What's my word for this? I'm using it as a way to be a yap maxer. That's all. Yeah, I don't think I could do. I don't think I could do like. I don't think I could do face cam streaming with my limited time putting my photos out on the internet. It's not worth it. But yeah, that's just me. Yeah, no, people are kind of freaks. I'm sure you guys are freaks as well, but I'm like, I think it's different being a VTuber. It feels safer, you know what I mean? It feels a lot safer hiding behind, um, having hiding behind like hiding quote unquote, um, putting on the cat ears. You know what I mean? So that's just me. Facecam would be. I don't think so. I feel like faceless creators were more of a thing before, but now it's like not as good. It's not as easy. I think I'm pretty normal. I hope. I think Jazzy, you're too normal. I think you need a bit of freak in you. I think you need a little bit of a freak in you. You know what I mean? Bit of freakiness. But yeah. Anyways, I feel like me starting VTubing was, I'm not gonna lie, originally I was like, damn, I really want to play video games and get like a few $100 a month from playing video games and having fun playing video games while talking to people, right? And not have to deal with having my face on the internet. I was like, that was a pretty sweet deal. Now I'm just like, well, it's different because I started trying to become a VTuber way before I got a job. It's different now that I have a job, personally. Little bro's gonna give us an earful. Jazzy, no, don't tell on me. I mean, there are plenty of big cameras. Yeah, there are a lot, but they're from like the old age. You know what I feel? You mean me? I mean, I feel like there aren't a lot of like faceless new creators. I feel like a lot of like I used to watch the streamer, and he's still a faceless creator. He is like faceless, and he's like funny, and he plays video games, right? Like that's his content. I feel like these days that's just not a thing. But yeah, sharing the tea with him. He's free to have some of the tea, a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like I feel like content creation is just like quote unquote content creation as like a job, right? You want to do what the people want. That's just how it is. It's a market with shares, and you need to get your piece of the pie somehow. And the best way of doing that is probably having a face cam. Like, I'm sure there's statistics out there that's like people like cat girls or faces on their stream reacting to the video games they play for gaming content. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, faceless creators, like, not as it's hard. It's hard to get eyes on you. It's hard to get a piece of your pie. You know what I mean? Until you become your own brand, this is true. I mean, as long as you enjoy what you do, have fun, it doesn't really matter when it comes down to your own hobby. Yeah, I do this as a hobby. I'm being 100. This is my hobby, right? I don't. This is my hobby. It's a very like, not, I don't want to say profitable, but like, I don't have another word right now. I gain a lot from doing my hobby. Usually when you do hobbies, I feel like you do it because, oh wow, this is fun, and you put money out and all that. I feel like I'm profiting from being an anime cat girl on the internet, playing video games and talking to you guys. That's just me, and I didn't expect this. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not trying to become a face cam. I'm perfectly happy being a cat girl on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm happy being a cat girl on the internet. Personally. I'm not trying to show. I've shown my face on the internet before. Within a week, I got 2 dick pics. That is all there is to it. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've had enough of that. You know, I privated all of my Instagram, like all of my stuff right after. You know what I mean? I mean, that was just how it was. Yeah, but yeah. Mm-mm. If Mian ever becomes a flesh tuber, I shall unsub. Damn, you guys really like the anime cat girl. That's just a female debuff. Yeah, I think like a lot of people. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but like a lot of my friends at least experience the same shit. So, yeah. But anyways, after that, I was like, I'm good. I don't really want to do this. And that was way before I like considered VTubing. I'm just like, wow, well, I don't think content creation's for me. I don't think I could, even though I love playing video games and I love talking to people, or I love the concept of playing video games and uploading me being good at video games on the internet and getting money from it. You know, like as a hobby, like you know, monetizing something you really love. You know, that's a cool concept, but I don't think I could do that. You know. You may need bodyguards. I can protect myself, so don't worry. No, yeah, I'm not saying, you know, but like, you know, it's like how like if girls had dicks, I'm sure like, you know, I would get dick pics from guys and girls. You know what I mean? Like or actually I don't want to think about that alternate. But like my point is there is like that's just like a thing. That's just like a culture thing, internet culture thing. You know what I mean? Well, I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole. But my point is, like, this only happens because, you know, dick pics are a um. It's not normalized, but it's a thing. You know what I mean? I feel like there aren't. Well, there are like booby pics, right? But like you don't they you don't send booby pics like unsolicited. I, I think people don't send you unsolicited booby pics. Stop! I'm trying to make a point. Like, don't make it sound bad. Like, I'm trying to make a point. Look, there are unsolicited dick pics, but there's no unsolicited tit pics. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, my point. My point is that like, you know, there is crappy people, male, female, you know, fluid, all that jazz. It's just the concept of dick pics being unsolicited and being a crappy thing to do is why it happens to mostly girls that post their pictures on the internet, because girls don't have dicks to show unsolicited dick pics to guys that post on the internet. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I feel like the concept of unsolicited tit pics is just not as prevalent as unsolicited dick pics. You know what I mean? I feel like, okay, like technically guys can also have boobies. Guys have tits too. Maybe it's not special enough. I don't get it. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a study on this, but I don't want to look it up on the study. But if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, that's all I need. just don't think. This is what I'm saying. It's not the same. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same because it's just a like fundamentally different thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I feel like even okay, obviously unsolicited booby pics exist, but just fundamentally it's not as like ew. You know what I mean? Like I think a part of why dick pics are so prevalent is because they know it's an ew and they just want to fuck with you. But like unsolicited tit pics, it's not automatically an ew. You know what I mean? That kind of checks. That kind of checks. Am I tripping? I'm kind of spitting, no? I'm kind of spitting, no? Please tell me I'm spitting. Like I can't just like I feel like I need some validation. Cause I feel like I'm cooking right now. I feel like I'm cooking something crazy good. I think. Okay, but like no. Like okay, but like booby pics, I feel like even gay men like I wouldn't feel like it's an automatic ew for booby pics. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like boobies are just like more universally loved compared to dicks. Unsolicited, that is. Anyways, my point is, I'm not gonna be a flesh tuber. There you go. That's it. I like my anonymity, 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 anonymity. My point is, dick pics are a part of content creation. Like, fuck it, it's a part of the cycle, and I'm not trying to take part in it. You know what I mean? Hi, Rice. Hi, Rice. How are you doing today? Oh, the assless chaps. What's his fucking name? Bro, okay, but like that shit's crazy, no? Why people wear assless chaps? You're busy? I'm sorry. I distracted you, didn't I? Okay. Jazzy, hear me out. I feel like as kids, you know, no one talks about unfiltered dicks and boobies and ass. You know what I mean? I feel like it's an interesting conversation to have. Just like from like a biological or like a psychological standpoint, you know? Like I feel like, you know, ass as a topic for like ass as a topic, for example, is not as interesting as, remember when I was talking about how you can technically fit 3 raccoons in your ass? Was it 3 or was it 1 adult raccoon? I don't know. You can fit a raccoon in your ass. And there is calculations regarding this. You know? I I have fun with these conversations. I think it's a cook. You know what I mean? Okay, don't download the mod. I feel like I should be regretting what I'm saying, but I don't give a fuck anymore. No, you stay right here. Look, you remember that conversation. Someone did the fucking math on the raccoon. Okay? Okay, but like my point is the difference between raccoon in ass versus ass. The raccoon in the ass conversation is mad interesting compared to ass. That is it. 2 raccoons? Wait. Do you have the post? Do you have the math of the raccoon? I remember my friends telling me about the raccoon math, and I'm like, why the fuck did you tell me about this shit? But yeah, someone did the math. That's all I'm saying. How did we get here? Wait, I'm trying to remember. Yo, I feel like I was talking about tea. Now we got to this point. I'm sorry. I got somewhere different. Hi, Jay. Okay, if we get a raid, be normal. Yeah, it's your fault, as long as you know. There was an alternative conversation regarding ass and tits. Yeah. You can shove 2 fully grown raccoons up your ass. Raccoons can fit into. Yeah, this was the copy pasta! Bro, Rice knows it. I'm telling you, this is a thing, okay? I'm telling you, this is a thing. Okay. Describe normal? Fuck. I don't think we have a normal. That's the thing. I don't think we have a normal. Well, it's not that I was the one that started the con. I'm just saying, like, the reason we reach these type of topics is because, okay, I think you wouldn't be as entertained, and I wouldn't be as entertained, right? If I was talking about, like, titties, like, wow, these titties are, like, mad voluptuous. Like, that's not as interesting as, you know, what is the rate of unsolicited titty pics in comparison to unsolicited dick pics? I feel like the science in it makes it interesting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stay with me. TPPPM. Anyways, yes, TLDR. Don't worry about it. I don't know. I feel like I have these intrusive thoughts and I like talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't you have your intrusive thoughts? And then sometimes you want to act on it, but you really shouldn't. I'm trying. Okay, but like, you kind of get it, right? You kind of get it, right? Look, I'm only able to talk about this shit with a straight fucking face because I'm not a face cam streamer. Okay? You have never been upset with an unsolicited tit pic? I would assume a lot of people aren't in comparison to unsolicited dick pics. I think. By my logic, days are ugly, tits aren't, so in my mind, logically, tit pics would be more popular. Okay, I wasn't like trying to jump into like the aesthetics of an unsolicited tit versus dick pic. Like, I wasn't trying to jump into that hoop. That's a whole different hoop. IMO. Feeling like the aesthetics of what is like commonly taken in that part. So that's like different. You know what I mean? Oh, hey. Look. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Putting into her head, I think she learned about the raccoon in your asshole copy pasta. I would say that's like the main thing she learned. Have you seen the copy pasta about the nude pic pose? No. That doesn't seem that good though. Good thing Mion's independent, not a corp. Okay, I heard corpos get freaky sometimes. Am I tripping? Yeah, no, of course. Look, my point is, like, conceptually, one, you know, the culture of dick pics is different from that of titty pics. Not that I think, like, I feel like unsolicited titty pics aren't, like, a thing. Like, okay, it exists, but it's like it's not like a thing in internet culture. You know what I mean? That's like I feel like it's like something always exists. but like it's not like ingrained in a culture thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, wait, let me try to think of like a comparison or like an analogy. Um, fuck, what's an analogy for this type of shit? Let me see. Hmm. I'm trying to think of an analogy. Like like something is a thing, but the other thing isn't a thing. You know what I mean? Okay, look, no one wants unsolicited nudes. I hope. Don't. Honestly, I feel like people are fed up with this shit. You know, with all this AI shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What are you talking about that? Okay, I don't know because he's not getting automated, which is really impressive. Only I want unsolicited is money. I feel like unsolicited money is dangerous. Like unsolicited like dick pics are not. They're only mentally harmful. Unsolicited money, that shit is like mafia money. Like you don't want to touch that shit. You know what I mean? You're saying that they're equal, but like okay, no. My point is unsolicited like unsolicited dick pics are the only thing that's like a thing in internet culture. Like the other unsolicited pics, they're not a thing. You know? You know what I mean? You ditched that. You are fucking with gang money? Are you kidding me? It takes a chance that, bro, that's no man. Unsolicited money, they always got a string to it, okay? Maybe it's because I don't trust people as much, but like if people be giving me money and they're just like, I just wanted to give you money, they better be fucking millionaires or I'm suspicious as fuck. They always want something, you know? So like if someone gives me 20 bucks and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you can go buy yourself like 5 boba teas." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, word." And then like a week later they're like, "Hey, remember when I like you remember when, I helped you out? Like, you want to help me out this time?" Like that's the strings attached to unsolicited money, okay? That's what I'm saying. Unsolicited money. I mean, have you guys heard of those cases where people like get wrongful deposits in their account from companies and they don't get caught for years and then they use all that money and they eventually get caught because that's how accounting works? Have you guys seen these stories? Like people just getting like random millions of dollars in their bank account cuz like, someone put an extra zero or two somewhere along the way, right? Most of the time people are dumb and they're like, "Well, this is my money because they put it in my account. So I'm going to use it all." No, it's not. And then there's a lot of those cases. Okay, something is wrong with the conversation. What demonic test are you pulling on you? Oh, wait, what was that new like what is that like what is that like fucking what was that other test that wasn't the rice purity test, but it's like some type of test. I forgot what it was called. Beyond what? She asked him a series of questions? Like what? Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm interested. I'm curious. Why are you withholding information from me? I think most people have like around a 70 in the rice purity test. Unless you're like Christian, then you're closer to like 90, I think. Right? That's how that works. Oh my gosh. Feed her good. She deserves good food. Your score negative? It's not negative, man. Bro, if it's negative, you gotta have done some heinous shit. That purity test, it is so hard to get like below a 50. If you're like maybe like a 40. Cause like anything under a 40 is mega freak territory. I know someone that got like a 13. And that's like drugs. That's like everything except the furry shit, you know? Yeah, it's crime, drug related. You cannot get to like the single digits without some type of freak in you. You know what I mean? What's the purity test? Just Google rice purity test and do it. Yeah, I'm down to know your scores. I'm not giving you my scores. But yeah. Oh, I can't believe you've never heard of it. It was so popular like a few years ago. It was like the rice purity test and like the it was like the BDSM test or something like that. Below a 50 is like meh. Below 50 is like drugs, law, you know, jail, furry stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm like an 80 cuz I'm like a very like I don't do drugs or get arrested or do freaky shit. Like I was not some of that shit just not. I've never like what is it? Kissed horizontally, whatever the fuck that means. Some of the questions are mad dumb. Yeah, I'm a freaking like I'm like a curious freak. I don't think I'm like a freaky freak. You know what I mean? Bro, what is kissing horizontally? What's that even fucking mean? Like, okay, when I saw that question, I was like in my head, I was like, what does kissing horizontally mean? I think someone explained it to me later and it was like they think it's like kissing while laying down. But like in my mind, I was okay, maybe it's because I'm dumb as fuck. But like in my mind, it was like in my mind, I saw kissing horizontally as like don't make fun of me, okay? Okay, in my mind that question was like, you know, like like this. And I'm like, of course I've never kissed horizontally. You know what I mean? I was like, of course I've never fucking kissed horizontally. thought this. I think kissing horizontally means like kissing while laying back or laying down or some shit. In hindsight. In hindsight. In hindsight. In hindsight. Anyways. Bro. Bro. Cause like, okay, the other question was like, have you kissed someone? And like, kissing is like, you know, like, like maybe like this, you know what I mean? Oh shit, the legs are a bit weird, but like, you just like kiss each other, you know what I mean? Right? So I'm like, you move from this to like horizontally, what does that mean? And I just like, my brain went to this. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Don't ask me too much about my brain process at the time of me taking that test. I didn't look it up. I just did the question, yo. Anyways, I hope you guys like my paint skills. It's pretty good. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought in hindsight. But like, you know, the term of like kissing horizontally, I was just like, what does that even fucking mean? Like, are you kidding me? Okay, there was other dumb questions on the quiz, right? So I was like, I just thought like they were dumb with the question. That's all. Anyways, I've learned, but I'm not retaking that quiz until I get into either freaky shit or like law enforcement. Look, you guys think I'm a freak, but I'm like, I try my best, but I feel like I'm like mentally a freak, but like I'm not like an extroverted freak. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Marble Stream, the winner gets to pick her next game from a list. Didn't we do that before? Me as a yeah, I'm a closet freak. You right? Wait, I don't think I'm a closet freak. I think I'm like I think I'm like an introverted freak, but I'm not in the closet. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think I'm a closet freak. There's one me where dudes like freak online, but IRL is just completely socially inept and scam catfish. That's me. Okay, but like IRL, I'm a very like I'm good socially. You know what I mean? A hidden freak, a secret. I feel like I learn about freaky stuff mostly from you fuckers, by the way. I feel like you guys have like fucking like I've been like you've influenced me. Cause I did not know what some of the shit was before like 1 or 2 years ago. Okay. I don't try anything once. Low key, kinda, but there's a point. It goes to a point. It gets to a point. Like I'm not about to put on a furry suit. You know what I mean? Like that's not my shit. I would never try that. Like I'm not that type of freak and I know it. I know I'm not that type of freak. So I would never try that. Not that furries are bad, just like it's not my vibe. You know what I mean? Hi, Silo. Who knew what a latex? Okay, but like latex is just like Catwoman wears latex. You know what I mean? I always knew what latex was. Like, Catwoman wears latex. You fuckers know me on Idol Fuck, thank you. Nubs, no. You make me feel so bad for you sometimes, man. You make me feel so bad for you sometimes. She would put the maid dress and tail ears. I don't think I'm into that shit either. Okay, if like actually no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. My point is, I hope I don't learn much more. Would you cosplay my model? I don't want to have the big tail. I love the big tail in concept, but like in action, I don't think I could handle having a big tail. I'm not saying it, bro. I'm not saying it. If you want a pity, you'd go to VR chat. Bro, I know. Wait, I heard people like the strippers in VR chat make fucking bank. Is that true? You have one thing that's like kind of kinky. Wow. Yeah, that's news to me too. You were about to get screenshot in, and you didn't want to get screenshotted. I think at this point, like you should like be proud of getting screenshotted in the Discord. Like that's how you know you a true freak. You know how you wouldn't cosplay because you're, yes, I don't want my ass out. That's true. I don't think I'm at the point where I would show my ass in public willingly. Turns out, I assume most people are like that. I assume most people are like that. It's like I would not show my ass in public, personally. 1800s brothel? Really? Is it that crazy? Okay, I feel like latex is like for me. I just think of Catwoman, and I'm like, yeah, that's why latex is a thing. You are the first, and you've never lived the shame down. Oh, there's a chance with how I worded it. I would cosplay, but I don't want to. I don't really want cosplay where my ass sticks out. Personally, have you guys seen the Halloween costume of Jesus on the fucking like cloud cart? Did you guys see that? That's like a really viral clip. You have cosplay before? I have cosplay before. Oh man, what, bro? It's like a viral like costume. It was like it was a viral costume. It's like a really good Jesus costume. Is it insanely good as what? Jesus. Let me see if I can find a pull up. Jesus costume. Oh my god, yes, I found it. It was so easy to find. Oh my god. It was so easy to find. An Arizona man dressed as Jesus for Halloween and took the costume to the next level. Look. But like this is a fucking fire costume. That is so good. He's giving up bread. How fire is that? That was years old. IDKY is now back. It's just a really good costume. Couldn't you just cosplay your model with a complete skirt instead of whatever you go down? But like, it's just like it wouldn't look good. I feel like my fit looks good because the skirt is like as short as a belt. You know what I mean? Like short skirts gotta stay short. You don't make them longer. You know, it just ruins the vibes. And I like short skirts, but I don't want my ass out personally because the ass being out is like it's canon with this fit. And personally, I would like to wear shorts. I would wear a skirt personally. Why you guys head patting so much? Stop. Stop. You were a cosplay while you were there? Ah, yeah. Me and my friends did a Valorant cosplay, and I was Chamber. I'm Chamber. I was Chamber. I was female Chamber. You like your ass out, but you hate short skirts. Just wear the assless chaps, man. Yeah, like I respect the fit. I wouldn't alter it to make me comfortable. So I would rather just not wear it at all. I like skirts. I love short skirts. Like I like wearing skirts that are like as short as like a fucking like big belt. But like I would never wear that without shorts underneath. Like boy shorts underneath or something. That's just me though. I'm actually more of like a long skirt, like maxi skirt, like pants person personally. Like in reality, I like long skirts. I like baggy jeans. I like and okay, hot take. People are gonna hate me for this, but I love what's it called? Um, funnel leggings, not leggings. What's it called? What is it? What is it? Jean cuts? What's it called? What's it fucking called? Flared. I love flared and boot cut jeans. Jorts? What are jorts? Jean shorts? No. I used to like it. I don't really like jorts anymore. You love I love flare jeans. I think it makes my butt look good personally, and it makes my leg look longer. IMO. I love them, but I know it's like a hot take. Like some people are like, "That is crazy, you boomer," and I'm like, "Wait, but they make me look good." I love flare jeans. I have a few pairs. I like my baggy jeans more, but my baggy jeans are like so long. Button up jeans and cowboy boots. Oh, really? Okay, just wanted to ask. Oh, makes your ass pop. That's what I'm saying. How do flares up? It gives the illusion of an hourglass shape. That's all. Proof? Inserts shooting from the moon. What a crazy meme to pull up. But yeah, flares. So flares are like when you know, like skinny jeans are like when the shape of the jean is like it hugs your leg. Flares at the bottom flares out. So like it's like a little like upside down funnel going outwards near the bottom of the jean leg, and it gives the illusion of like a curvy body, I would say, and I like that one. I love funnels or flares. One day could work. They make your man ass look huge. Maybe you should wear them more, bro. I don't know, guys. Like I know a lot of guys that are like pretty like averse to big butts. But like have you ever heard of like a girl being like, "Ooh, ew, I don't like men with big asses." Like I don't think I've ever heard of a girl say that. But they will make fun of you, like or people in general will make fun of you for having like a flat ass, you know what I mean? Hippie jeans? Are those hippie jeans? Oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? This is your key to work on those glutes. Hell no, girls love men. That's what I'm saying. But like, I feel like a lot of guys are just like, I don't want a big ass. Which, by the way, big asses are like they're not just like visually good. They're physically good for you. Because sitting down and you have a big dumpy, your butt bones don't fucking hurt. Okay? There is like real like practical usage for having a big butt. Okay? Boobies, the bigger they are, the more hard it is for you, unfortunately. Meow 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 meow. But yeah, wait, what was I saying? What were we talking about? I'm so lost. Do you guys remember the topic before we got to Jesus costume? I feel like we like evolved the conversation away from what I originally wanted. I think I originally wanted to like talk about like this is I wanted to like have the ending note of like, hey guys, like I really enjoy streaming as a VTuber, not because I'm trying to squeeze you for your sub money, but because I like being here and yapping. But we got away from that. I don't know how. I was trying to be wholesome in the end, but something happened. If it wiggle when she walk, I'ma listen when she talk. You said that, bro? What the fuck? What is your stream? I feel like I feel like I make good conversation. I feel like yes he did, bro. Shaking my head, man. Redacted, redacted, redacted. Cosplaying. Ah. Cosplaying? I would do it, but I would like I want to do easy cosplays. When I was cosplaying as Chamber last year, the pants were too tight, but like the shirt was like perfect. That's unlucky. And I don't think I would invest into like custom cosplays. That's expensive. When it happened, Mia never did sign into VC in the Discord. Why? Y'all got bad images of you? Bro, it's too late at this point. I think you gotta embrace it. Embrace your bad image. Just make your own. I don't think I have those type of skills. Okay, if I get good at doing nails, I'm down to do like nail painting streams or like nail ASMR. And you know, it would be good because then I would have time to do it. But like only if I get good at nails. Yapping streams just to keep track of what the fuck all we talk about. I feel like I jump through conversation. I'm so sorry. Like I'm not an organized yapper. I just yap when I how I want to yap whenever I want to yap. It's a weakness of mine. It's a true weakness of mine. I will admit it. You still want your ASMR back? I haven't brought my 3DO over yet. But sorry, it's just like I've been like I got my license plate today and I did a lot of stuff. It's just if I didn't go to work, I would I would have a lot more time. But I only get to do adulting stuff over the weekend. So the complete moving process has been a lot longer than I wanted. I've been here for like a month and I have yet to completely move all of my things over. So, oh, actually, I think okay, my mom is a vibe. She does not give a fuck what I do unless it's like as long as it's like before midnight. How crazy. I would never do crazy nails, I think. Because I still need to type on a keyboard and I don't think I could ever do like those long nails. But like I think it'd just be like really nice ASMR to like do nails on stream. I don't know. I like the idea. Heartbeat stream. People were going bro, people love the heartbeats, man. He'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. The filing would make a nice sound. I think the what is it? Just like the clickety clacks would be really nice. So I'd love to do that. Mian heart go doki doki wow sugoi. Yes. You're getting Kaito's opinions on people? Was he unfiltered or did he feel weird? He do get teased a lot, TBH. Unfiltered? Damn. Hey, he did it. He folds too easily, bro. This is why, like, you even, like, I know you want him to get a girlfriend, but you gotta be careful, yo. That guy is a folder. You're a bad influence. Well, you know what? I didn't want to say it, but it's nice that you're self-aware. If Mian ever does ASMR commissions, 5K 8-hour heartbeat commission day one for real. That is insane. 8-hour heartbeats? I don't think my heart beats for 8 hours a day. Joking, but like, you know, it's hard. He's not just entered. Yeah. 5K is why ASMR commissions are like it's hard. Nose is wild in though, but like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if some people paid that type of stuff for some stuff. I think. You would well, commissions are like they don't have to be public. It's bad how quiet he gets. Bro, he hunts alone. Let him be a lone wolf sometimes. Because that's how he copes with his loneliness. If you do commissions, I'm requesting cat girl girlfriend hits you with a pan. Huh? Cat girl hits you with a pan. It's real work. I know voice actors price like X amount per 10 minutes in booth and stuff like that. So I don't know what the rates are. That's just not something I've explored. That would be hilarious. I don't think I could do that with a straight face. I'm not a talent, guys. I'm not a talent. He's too serious or bored of people. He hunts alone. What time is it? Okay. We're almost at 10 p.m. Oh, Pingo! Thank you so much for resubbing with a Prime. I'm proud to be your Prime recipient. Thanks for 17 months. What's poppin', Pingussy? How's work going? Cat girl girlfriend jokingly hitting? Is it jokingly hitting or is it like, do you want it to be like abusive? Like, this is like commission terms, you know? Like, if you're paying money for a commission, you're gonna be like specific. Like, you want me to be like an abusive cat girl girlfriend hitting you with a pan? Do you want to like die while getting hit by the pan? You know what I mean? This is serious business, okay? I'm just saying. Welcome me lovingly, but then I get blindsided. How the fuck would you even do this commission? That is insane. His tone was off. What tone? He was typing. I don't know. I'm not good at like figuring out tones from typing. Work my magic. You expect me to have the magic that I don't have. This is crazy. Okay. I gotta end soon because I need to wash dishes and I haven't done it yet because I was lazy and I wanted to stream. So, drunk cat girl boyfriend beats you for not having dinner ready when she gets home from work until she breaks down and comforts you while you cry and she apologizes. Did I read that right? Drunk cat girlfriend beats you for not having dinner ready when she gets home from work until she breaks down and comforts you while you cry and she apologizes. Is this related to the pan or not? Hi, Meg. The stay-at-home boyfriend goes crazy. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, okay. Whatever's happening, I hope you guys solve it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna answer that question, Nubs. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna go wash your dishes. I'm gonna go. Trying girl, you got it. He loves you too much, man. Like, you'll be fine. Okay. If you guys are going to sleep, have a good night. If you're staying up, have an amazing rest of your day. Sorry this is such a short stream. I was just touching too much grass today. And I'm touching grass tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get on tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'll do my best. It's been a wild stream. I think I should unpublish this VOD. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna unpublish this VOD so you guys don't go do crazy shit. But yeah, if you're going to sleep, no man, I cannot keep this VOD. This VOD is cursed. If you're going to sleep, have a good night. If you're staying up, have an amazing rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. But yeah, bye bye.